definitely a lot. Seek help immediately. What's the reason? Like, what the Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Chastity G. If you're new, welcome. If you're back, welcome back, sis. Like this little makeup look I did. This look is on Instagram. I actually got the idea from a TikToker, and I'm gonna put her information on Instagram as well in my video. So today I thought I would bring something new to you guys. So I got this idea from a TikToker, and she also does YouTube. She does like Reddit mess or whatever, but I didn't want to do Reddit mess because Reddit mess, I was reading it and it's not really that interesting. Now let's get into Reddit confessions and questions to ask men, questions to ask women, parenting advice, relationship advice, those type of things. Up my alley, baby. So I thought, why not? You know, I don't really see anyone else really talking about Reddit, and that was the first time I ever even heard of Reddit, but they be having the tea, okay? So I'm gonna start with confessions, probably like once a week, and then so I'll do like 1 or 2 series a week, and then in like a self-care video here and there. When I actually start doing stuff, maybe I'll get into vlogs or whatever. I want to do like your favorite Starbucks drinks, because I love me a Starbucks, okay? You know, I want to do a lot of stuff and put that on this channel. I don't want to be don't only want to have one niche. But Reddit could possibly turn into my main niche, because I'll have most likely more videos pertaining to confessions and parenting advice. I do want to do parenting advice. I do want to do confessions and maybe relationship advice. I'm not sure about asking women or asking men questions. That'll probably be like once a month thing if I do that. But yeah, let me know in the comments if that's something that you guys are interested in. I just want to do this video to see how it does, and if it does well, then maybe this will be something that could possibly enter the chat. So let's get into it, because we got some tea. So I'm on Reddit confessions, and I saved a lot of posts. I'm not gonna do all of them because they come with a story, so it's definitely a lot. So I'm not gonna do every single one. I'll definitely break this into a couple videos. So we're gonna get it started. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment below any other ideas you guys have. So I'm doing a lot of rambling, so let's get into the tea.
Alright, so the first person said, I allowed my cousin to be killed and did nothing to stop it. Like what? Because I'm a 34-year-old man now, but this happened when I was 28. My cousin was like a little brother to me. I didn't have any real brothers, just a sister. We grew up together. When he was young, he was sick and weak, and I looked out for him. I did love him, but also hated him for the choices he made. Time and time again, he put me in a position where I had to defend him. Both me and him were involved in his father's, my uncle's business. My uncle was involved in organized crime, and he raised us up in that life. We were started down that path at the same time, me at 17, my cousin at 15. My cousin existed under my uncle's and my protection. He was capable, but he was also stupid. Felt that. He would drink constantly. He would smoke meth. He would go on touring and gambling binges for days on end. When I was 28, my uncle was already dead. I always saw it as my duty to help my cousin, but he had been in rehab multiple times, failing each time. He wouldn't produce any money for the business, just passed out in his home or frequent bars. He was an embarrassment. His weakness made me hate him. He made me and my uncle and my business look foolish. He put us all at risk. He ended up stealing from a dealer who knew who I was and who I was with. I was contacted by my boss and I was told that because of his past indiscretions, my cousin could be put out for pasture. What's that? I didn't protest. I wanted to, but I couldn't. At that point, I was just so angry at him. I wanted him gone. But I really did. I know that now. I miss him. He never even had a proper funeral because his body wasn't found. I know what Michael from The Godfather feels like having killed Fredo because that's what I feel every day. I killed my own cousin when my uncle took care of me for years. I killed his son and nobody knows I did it. Nobody knows I didn't speak up. They say prayers for him in front of me, not knowing I'm responsible. I'm scared to even ask how they killed him because I don't want to think that he suffered or was scared. I don't want to think about him hoping I'd save him when I'm the one who let this happen. His name was Samson and he was sweet, kind. He was a sweet, kind person. He wouldn't hurt a fly. I'm starting to hate myself.
But that's heavy. My condolences.
I lied about being raped. In my teen years, I thought terribly of those who drank and did drugs. Obviously, this wasn't normal, and I knew I was a freak because all the kids I knew in school were doing them. I couldn't figure out why I felt the way I did. The best I could come up with was, it's just bad, and I was very judgmental to those who did these things. When I got my first boyfriend and was actually propositioned with these things, I felt too pressured to just say no thanks or I'm not ready. So I told him I had terrible experiences and was too scared to try them again. I was vague on purpose, but was eventually put on the spot and spouted out this lie. I told him I had never told anyone else and I never wanted people to know because I thought they would judge me. When that boyfriend and I broke up, I had to tell the lie to my next boyfriend because they were in the same circle of friends and I had suspected my first boyfriend of leaking a little bit of information. The kicker is that this second guy is a boy I'm currently engaged to and planning on spending the rest of my life with. Over the years, I've gotten over it and become okay with trying things again. Now that I feel safe with someone I trust, I haven't told my fiance the truth and I don't ever plan to.
Someone says, so you get married to a guy who you expected to be your life partner through thick and thin, yet you carry around a huge lie. That's a fact. You can't expect your relationship, to go smoothly if it's based on lies. Especially if you get married. Like, what? That's a big commitment, sweetheart.
Okay. It says, I plan to impregnate my girlfriend so she doesn't break up with me.
Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
So you gonna try? So she'll break up with you. Like, the fact that you even gotta do that? What? Okay. This one's short. Alright, it says, I can't
Live without her and I feel like she's planning on breaking up with me soon. This has become my only option so that I can be with her. Every day that passes feels closer to her leaving me, so I don't have much time to do it. She's a Redditor, but I don't know if she'll see this or not, but I don't care. This is a throwaway account and I don't think she suspects me anyway.
Interesting. Very interesting. But this is a bad idea. Just so you know. Kids is a lot. I got 2 of them. You sure? That's all I'm gonna say. So the next one, it says, I killed my grandma.
Ah! What the fuck?
You're going to jail.
Earlier this year, I started telling my professor that I was performing poorly in the class because I had to frequently visit my mom, who lived 4 hours away. I told him I visited her often because she was grieving for her mother, who had recently passed away, my grandmother, who was perfectly healthy and alive. The professor cut me a lot of slack and let me make up for my bad grades by counting tests I had done well on as double to compensate for the bad tests. I ended up with a decent grade. This morning, my mom called me and told me my grandmother has passed away 2 hours ago. She had fallen a few weeks ago and fractured her pelvis. The surgery to fix the pelvis introduced some infections, and although she seemed to be doing fine and recovering, she suddenly passed away today. I can't stop thinking that if I hadn't lied to my professor, my grandma would still be alive.
Not you manifesting your grandma's death. You should be ashamed.
I'm tired of my job. My boss is an asshole. I want to leave. Every time he does something that upsets me, I go to the office kitchen and wink into the milk as revenge.
You're weird. Because your boss isn't doing something you like?
Get locked up, they won't let me out. They won't let me out.
Let's say I
love treating girls to the perfect first date and then ghosting them.
So you like playing with people's emotions? And it says,
Whenever I pop a pimple, I always eat the white stuff.
Bitch, I know you fucking lied.
seek help immediately.
I don't find my husband attractive. I think he is rather ugly at most angles, and he is a bore. In public, I prefer to walk ahead of him because I'm embarrassed to be seen with him as a couple. Traditional, if you feel bad.
Why are you married to him? What's the reason? What's the reason? Like, what's the reason? Like, what the fuck? You wasting that man's time.